Hi, we're here in Lancaster, Texas with Penske Logistics. They're running this brand new Xcient hydrogen fuel cell truck. They're going to be using it to transport parts from the Hyundai Mobis distribution center here to a number of dealers that are in the area.
The Penske Logistics brand, which is part of the Penske Transportation Solutions Group, we're at the forefront in terms of a lot of this emerging tech, and we want to get the word out there. We have a responsibility and an expectation that we are sharing the work that we're doing, especially with customers that share common goals around decarbonization and their sustainability groups.
I've been at Penske over 38 years. I really think this is one of the most exciting projects that I've ever been involved in. Penske Logistics, they are our sister company. They are looked at as our number one customer. We have many great customers in our portfolio, but Penske Logistics is always there to support me with my efforts.
Penske Logistics is a $4.3 billion company. We have over 20,000 associates that support all of our supply chain product lines. Our biggest product line is dedicated contract carriage, where we operate almost 11,000 drivers, 8,000 plus tractors, almost 22,000 trailers, and about 4,500 pieces of material handling equipment. We're at our Mobis facility here in Lancaster, Texas, where we design customized solutions for our customers. Here, we do what's called dealer delivery.
So we service all the Hyundai, Kia, Genesis dealers for the Southwest, going all the way to Mississippi and over west out to El Paso, north up to Wyoming. So over 300 dealers. There's actually a line just to my left over here. So out in the warehouse, we're picking all the parts, we're consolidating, we're sorting them, and then we're tendering the freight over to Penske, just about 20 feet over here. And then they'll take the parts over here onto the dock, sort it out a little bit further by the dealer and into those routes and then onto the trailer. It's pretty exciting because a lot of people are really interested to hear how this goes. We're all looking at, alternative fuels, hydrogen fuel cells, pretty exciting.
This is amazing, and I'm so thrilled that this is going to be running in and out of our own region. The Dallas-Fort Worth area struggles with air pollution. Heavy-duty diesel trucks are a really big part of that. And so to have a real-world deployment, a real-world application that shows that this is real, this isn't future, this isn't pie in the sky. It's not aspirational. It is here, it is now, it is tangible. And so if we can do this here, we can impact the entire country and the entire logistics supply chain.
We're partnering with Hyundai in Savannah, Georgia, where there's over 20 of these tractors in operation today. So we're getting a lot of great experience. They're performing really well. We're getting a lot of good maintenance experience on the tractors as well.
Infrastructure with EVs is difficult, but the infrastructure for hydrogen is just as, if not more, difficult.
We don't have hydrogen fuel stations in Texas like we do in California.
Bringing it here to Texas has had its challenges. It is definitely, not the place you would expect a hydrogen truck to run.
We are doing a mirror image here that we're doing in Savannah currently, which is a temporary mobile refueling system that allows us to bring the fuel to the customer as we build the infrastructure for the hydrogen production facilities in Savannah to support that need. We will leave this trailer on site, and we do what we call a transload system. We will bring in medium pressure hydrogen and boost it up to 13,500 PSI to accommodate that need. That way the customer never goes without hydrogen.
Well, the process is fairly similar to diesel. To me, it's actually better. It's not as dirty with the diesel. Diesel's real oily. With this, by being a gas, it's not that bad. You can go home, you won't smell like oil or anything like that. Basically, you're doing what you do with the regular truck. You hook it up to the nozzle, make sure everything's good. You press start. It starts filling on its own. It takes about 20 minutes, but I like that it takes about 20 minutes because it's checking itself. When you're doing diesel, you have to stand there and watch it. This, you have to watch it as well, but it's doing system checks on its own, so if it has any leaks or anything like that, it'll catch it. But it's perfect to me, if you ask me.
It's all self-contained. We have a battery system on board. We can take it anywhere to refuel a Class 8 tractor. You can refuel, the battery will refuel about 6 trucks. And then the trailer's depleted, the battery's depleted, you take it back to a home base, refuel it, recharge it, and it's ready to go.
So what we have on the front side of this nozzle is IR comms. So that's infrared communication. and that's how the truck is communicating with the dispenser. And so it's giving a feedback loop of what the temperature of the gas is going into the truck, how full the truck is, and what the temperature of the tanks are. So we're constantly monitoring the temperature, and if it ever starts to creep too high out of that temperature range, then it'll abort the fill and shut everything down until the tanks have cooled back down. So how we facilitate that coldness was obviously the chiller up top there, and we'll get the gas down to temperatures around negative 30 degrees Celsius.
In the US, we have right now 56 trucks on the road. 35 are being deployed in two projects that have been funded by the government in California, 30 in Oakland and 5 in Southern California. And then we have 21 trucks in our own captive logistics operation at HMGMA, that is Hyundai Motor Group Meta Plant America in Savannah, Georgia, a newly built facility in Georgia where we are building all of our future electric vehicles, up to 500,000 per year. What we decided is we want to have a holistic zero-emission approach and want to feed the plant exclusively with fuel cell electric zero-emission trucks to make it a very compelling package. Hydrogen offers a fast refueling speed, it offers more payload for actually hauling freight around, and of course you have the range. Our truck is in Switzerland showing a range of 250 miles because that's what the customers need, and we are fulfilling that. And here in the United States, our vehicle has up to 500 miles of range available for our customers, which is still maybe not as good as a diesel truck who may go as far as 1,000 miles, but it's way better than what most of the battery electric vehicles are currently offering.
The wheelbase on this tractor is 223 inches versus a typical Penske Logistics tractor that's around 170 inches. That is a major difference in maneuverability and getting in and out of tight spaces that, a lot of like local regional distribution gets into.
It's actually better, if you ask me, for visibility. Just being able to get into those tight spaces if need be. You're in front of the wheels now instead of behind it. So you're not really driving the wheels, you're driving yourself, whether you're backing up or going forward. And I like that. You can see a whole lot better because you're more forward in it. And you don't have to look over a hood. What's in front of me, it's in front of me.
Yes, there's the federal 2,000-pound exemption, but at the same time, this truck full of fuel is over 28,000 pounds. Where, just a strict EV, 20 to 22,000 pounds, and a diesel's 16, 17,000 pounds. So a lot of that factors into our conversation with a customer that says, what are you hauling today? And if that payload still fits within what the weight of the tractor is, we can, continue that. But unfortunately, that is a challenge that we have, that it just ultimately does not work sometimes with all customers.
Well, I have 4 uncles. All of them drive trucks. So as a little kid, I was always in somebody's truck. The summers, always taking a road trip somewhere. And it just got me into being in bigger vehicles. And, as a kid, big vehicles, you want to be a part of it. And here I am now, definitely a part of it. For me to be the one who gets selected, it's a huge honor, honestly. I'm trying to do the best I can, get the best data we can get out of the trucks, and hey, have a smile doing it.
We are very aggressive at pursuing competitive grant funds. We've been blessed with an opportunity to build up to 5 hydrogen fueling stations around what we call the Texas Triangle, the major interstates in Texas. So we hopefully will be able to provide that permanent fueling solution for this type of truck here in the near future.
It's one thing that we believe that this system works, but sharing that data with the public and showing to the outside world, yes, we are ready. It's here. We can do it today. Is extremely meaningful for us, and also hopefully helps us in bringing more trucks to regular fleet operators and customers across the United States of America.
I can't tell you how much I've learned. I continue to say we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the positive energy, the positive attitudes of everyone involved, meaning Penske, NACV, Hydrofleet, Hyundai, Penske Logistics. Everyone's like, let's figure out how to make this happen. There's quite a few hurdles that we had to get over, and I'm just so proud that we did.